All right, I got to bring everybody in now.
All right. Hey, what's Ragchew without technical difficulties?
Yeah, even with it downloaded, it wouldn't play smoothly. That's just stupid. Do better, YouTube. Welcome, everybody.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Getting pretty interesting on my end. I had some wonderful things happen today.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I don't know if now's the time to say it, but
might as well.
Okay. A gentleman reached out to me, and let's see here. Amp said, Ziggy, your content provided the inspiration and motivation I needed to start my ham journey. Specifically, the Ziggy explains how he tunes his coax and the 75 ohm coax with Ziggy. Videos help me convert knowledge to understanding, which as a direct consequence enabled me to have the confidence to pull the trigger and get tested last week. Your attitude, demeanor, and instruction on the content made it approachable and very easily relatable. As a broke 28-year-old who always loved to tinker and hack through tech problems, so many come across poorly, rocking $20,000 worth of gear and essentially gatekeeping, as it may seem. To someone, you can't do anything if you don't have XYZ with the stars aligned. Amp got his tech ticket recently, and he got his radio and antenna in the mail today. And he went out in the field and he tuned that baby up on 28.4 and made his first contact on HF.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was pretty great.
Very cool. I don't know if you want to show the other thing yet or not, but if you do, bring it up whenever.
Oh, yeah. If you want, you talking to me? You talking to me?
No, I was talking to Ziggy.
No. Go ahead. That's good. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome, Ziggy. That's totally awesome. In fact, I posted my video for today, and I had someone post on my Facebook saying, hey, I just want to let you know I finally got my ticket, and there's so much to learn. And I was pretty excited that he reached out to me to let him know, because he sees a lot of ham radio stuff coming from my page. So that was pretty cool too.
Very cool. Douglas, welcome again. You put any videos out this week on your new shelf? Oh my gosh, I just cleared all the categories, you guys.
I just turn on my audio. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video probably next weekend. I'll upload it after I edit it.
Okay.
I did put a short up about today about starting the new cabinet. But not a whole lot much. Haven't been all that energetic to get outside in this 100+ degree weather.
Has it been 100+?
Well, I just got under 100 today.
Oh, okay. I haven't been indoors most of the day, so.
Well, that's out here in Phoenix anyway. You know, not nearly as humid as you guys get, even when monsoons kick through.
Sorry, I'm populating the fields that I deleted last week on the spin the wheel. Forgot that I took those off.
So, Paul, while you're doing that, I could probably tell about a little bit of what I was going to talk about at the end of the video. But we did an emergency preparedness fair yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. I did film different aspects of it, just a brief overview of what was going on there. But I want to show you the short video of the booth that we were manning.
Just observing here, my team here is doing a great job talking about ham radio to everyone in the public here. Lots of interest here on emergency communications, especially when cell phone towers go out. Really grabs your attention.
I've tried it. You can listen.
So that was the unedited clip from today's video. So if you haven't caught it, please give it a watch. I mean, that's my Aries team there, and we have, the ham radio clubs are all supporting us out there. So I really appreciate the volunteers that came out to help, because there's a lot involved in it when we do stuff like that.
Very cool. Yeah, if you didn't check his video out already, it's on Getting Out in Life. He posts pretty much every Sunday at 5.
I try to.
And Ziggy's got a new video too, actually. I don't think he mentioned about NMO maintenance. Maintaining that mobile NMO mount.
Yeah, only because I'm going to be drilling 2 more holes in my roof, and I'm doing that because I don't want to put my headliner back up and go, I really wish I just had 1 more. So instead of just 1 more, I'm going to do 2 more, and I'm going to be filming that. I've got the method down rock solid. I use a drill bit that's actually slightly smaller than the 3/8 threading that gets pushed through. So that allows me to use my deburring tool and get it to where those threads just creak through, so that hole is as small as possible. And again, this is using the new style NMO mounts that only require a 3/8 inch hole drilled instead of the standard 7/8 inch hole that everybody's come used to. The 3/8 hole design also gives you a second O-ring of seal, so you don't just have one point of failure. You now have 2 seals. So anybody interested in drilling the hole, make sure to get the 3/8 NMO kit.
I'm interested. I just don't want to do it myself. I don't want to screw it up. Because a hole's a hole. You can't erase it.
Nope, no going back.
That's right.
I'm so glad I did, though, man. My antennas have been just rock solid after that.
Oh, yeah. Perfect ground plane when you do it that way.
I like the NMO.
Slow down at the top of the bridge.
Well, let's see here. Let me take a gander and a goose at the chat.
Welcome, Digital Rancher and Greg Mampota.
Thanks, guys.
Bricker, Hamnetics.
Yep. Hamnetics. Good to see you there, Jody. 45. Don't know why it's. Oh, it did announce. Okay, I thought the announcing thing wasn't working. There we go. I think I need to add Digital Rancher into that for some reason.
Michael, you got a different microphone there, brother?
Get on the right mic. You don't like my Blue Yeti?
I don't think you're using it.
You don't?
Nope.
Hang on.
Are you using your mic or your camera one by chance?
Oh my gosh.
Good call, Ziggy.
I'm glad you got that.
You got closer and it didn't change at all.
Rayman called that out.
Okay, how's that? Is it working now?
It's better.
Oh man.
Okay, hang on. It was working. Let me tweak it. Hang on.
No, it's working just fine. Don't change it.
Oh wow, Ken, bravo. Ken wins the stream.
No, I just killed it on my OBS. Now I'm going direct, and I want to go through OBS, so let me tweak it a little bit. Hang on.
You should be going direct.
Well, that bypasses all the EQing out that I've done through OBS.
Okay.
So let me fix that. It's not even listed here. But my camera's going through OBS.
But not great.
Yep, audio's a whole nother ball game, man. You got to show that. You got to show it. You got to go into properties, advanced, and
all right,
able to show all that stuff.
Let me come right back.
All righty.
I'm glad you said something.
A local thrift store. Wow, 45. What a score! You got the mag and the antenna. Whew, $3. Get out of here. I love how he got the actual 5/8 symbol in there too. That's pretty gangster. 45.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Huh. Cool. All right. Since we had so much fun last week, I decided not to think up a topic, and we'll just take the topics as they go with the old spinner of the wheel. Of course, to do that, I have to enable it on my OBS. So let me do that.
Great, man.
Oh, and they're all white. That's no fun. Can't see the differences. So take a look at the topics. Let me see if I can throw some different colors in there real quick. And if anyone wants me to add a topic, don't be shy. No.
Who's shy?
We'll add some topics in there. I'm just changing some of the colors just to mix it up a bit. Yellow, dark yellow, green, a light green. I think I have way too many topics here, maybe. Let's do a light blue. And so drop any comments that you want to add if you don't see a good topic. Well, let me save it. Maybe that'll populate the colors, make it easier.
Hey.
All right. How does it look? Everybody let me know if you want me to add anything. Oh, let me
This
go
next
full screen.
anything in it.
There we go. All right. Oh, the white one you can't even see. It does have to be a color. Oh no, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Okay.
Lose a turn.
Yeah, really. All right. There we go.
Made by a vowel.
All right. Let me hide the message so we can see it all. So there's the topics. Hopefully you can see them all. Some might be harder than others. The red might be a little hard to see.
Water.
Yeah, the red is water for those who may not be able to see it.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. OBS is showing my mic now. Had to reboot.
Larger type. Let me see if I can make a larger type. That's a good idea. Let's try this. How about this? How's that look?
How about bold?
Let's
You
try
make it
bold. Let's see. There's a border. That's weird. Why wouldn't they have bold on here? Let's go bigger then. Let's try that.
Is animatic to Jody?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Jody, I think ham radio operators are distracted from themselves, easily distracted in general. At least I am.
All right. So, okay, topics. Let me go through them. Kids, water, food, health, 72-hour kit, medical, shelter, power, transportation, hygiene, protection, MCOM, special needs, evacuation. Complete. Evacuation. Complete. What are y'all on your phones? You should be watching this in 4K.
There you go.
All the K.
Internet for that.
Are we in 4K?
No, that was just font size. That's what allows me to do. So, I got height. How about the text height? Does that make a difference?
Yeah, we're in 1080p.
Let's see what the height does. There we go. Text height.
Oh, there you go.
I got it
Much
bigger.
better.
Tortoise Overland, welcome. Your shirt is on its way, 19th through the 22nd. Thanks for being a Razorback. Okay, well, if there's nobody wanting any added, we're going to start to spin the wheel, and if you guys think of a topic, let me know, and I will, I'll add it to it. So for now, let's spin the wheel. And I suppose if we get something we talked about last week, we could change it, but food.
We talked about last week. We had a long discussion on food last week.
Oh, I got what you're saying, Robert. I was trying to show all the topics, but that's a good idea then if you want to see it. I can do this.
Click on food. I've been thinking about trying to make pemmican. I'm just never home to try it. Just try to make it.
Oh, wow, it's already blown up. Let me see if I can I've already got it zoomed in. Let me try this. Let's see.
Oh, there you go.
Put your glasses on.
Put it right back where you had it, Paul.
Man,
There. Is that big enough?
man, keep it going.
Okay,
It's
how's
fine.
that?
Great.
She doesn't have an OU hat on.
Oh, so did we do food last week?
Yes, we did food last week.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Yeah.
We got a new topic.
Oh, okay.
Battery powered or manual bidet in the field?
That'll be under hygiene. Yeah.
He's asking for a friend.
I'm not that bougie at home.
All right, we're gonna spin it again because we did food.
What to hit water?
Health.
We talked about health last week.
Do I have to take these out? Is this gonna be a? Did we
And
exhaust?
what's the next one? Be water. Health,
Did we
food, and
exhaust
water.
the topic of health last week?
What do you think, Ziggy and Doug?
As far as health,
Yeah.
Well,
we did health. Spin that thing again.
Yeah,
Okay.
spin it again.
Let's see if we get hygiene and talk about bidets.
What a bunch of hams want to talk about is our health, right?
There
Special
we go.
needs.
Special needs. That's
Special
good.
needs.
which kind of special needs?
Well, there you go. I made it very broad so we could talk about a variety of things. Let me get rid of that though, and then get us back to 4 here.
Michael,
What?
guilty. You.
You guys thinking? So, special needs. And I thought about separating it from other special needs, but the chat could throw out what they think about when they think of special needs. Now, of course, the term special needs for people with special needs, that's certainly a term and a topic in and of itself. But let's look at special needs in more of a generic area of, and I probably could have put kids in this too, right? Because kids can be a special need as well, right? You might need some special things specifically for kids, not something that adults might use like games or something. But I separated kids because I think that's another good topic. So special needs can include, and this, I'm just going to throw this out and then the chat can throw more of it out, can be individuals with literal special needs, be it physical or mental or emotional needs. Special needs might be, you might have elderly at the house or someone that you need to take care of. So think of things that are not, I don't want to say out of the ordinary because that is ordinary. We all have, pretty much everyone has, you know, people with different types of needs, which can be considered special needs. But let's look at some of the more popular ones, and I'll just start with the top list of the ready.gov, which is of course the special needs, which is, in this case would be the people with disabilities.
Real quick, can I jump in before we dive into this?
Of course.
Can you highlight Hamnetic's comment, please, Michael?
Hang on.
Michael?
How far up was it?
It's just 5 down.
I wish I could have more people, more seats.
All right, ready?
Meters.
Check this out.
Oh my gosh, Ziggy!
Oh
hilarious.
no! Oh no! Here we go.
And that's a Yagi.
I got.
Ziggy, is that yours?
No, no. The gentleman that I was talking that said that nice thing to me today. He made this.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Isn't that great? I'm so proud of this guy.
That is awesome.
Putting heartless hole punchers in those.
That's funny. All right, let me get rid of the chat in the screen too.
Yeah, we'll make it a little better.
All right, so that's actually funny. And that makes me think of other things. I wasn't even thinking of putting elements on it. I was thinking of just like connecting it to a G90 and seeing if it tunes. But that's hilarious, man.
Chavez says, "Take my money."
So let's kind of go through this chat as always with our topics. Discuss thoughts, ideas, experiences, plans, things that you've come up with, heard, or other people do, or you've read or learned yourselves. So of course it starts with the plan, and you've got to, if you have someone with disabilities, if you have someone in a wheelchair, if you have, if it's someone with any type of mental disabilities, or I hate saying the word disabilities, but I guess if it's good enough for the government to use, I guess it's good enough for me. But it's something that you have to plan for. So this needs to be part of your plan. Let's see.
Hey, Chris, come on board.
Where is the disabilities section? Okay, here. So this is part of the planning, and then just watch for comments, chat there. Let me know. And I hate this. Here, let me bring it down. So medications could be special needs. I mean, that could kind of be its own topic, but medications is a pretty simple one, right? You need to have, as part of your plan, you need to have a medications plan as well, especially if you have one that's, life-threatening that you can't go without. So medications, talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them if you don't already use like online. There's some companies that provide kits for many of the medications out there. I think that they're a little spendy, but that's an option. Talk to your doctor, pharmacist, how you can create an emergency supply. So if you don't have controlled substances, it's a lot easier. If you do have some kind of a controlled substance, which is actually more prescriptions than you think, that might be a little more difficult to have something more than 7 or 10 days, or 30 days in some cases. So maybe get some ideas from your doctor or pharmacist.
I get my medications in 90-day supplies. So talk to your doctor, sir.
Keep a list of your prescription medicines. So I would suggest updating your plan as needed. Make sure that the list of your medications is in your plan. And when I say make a plan, I've always said this: keep it in a book, keep it in a notebook. So it's literally, so if you have to evacuate, you're going to grab that notebook, that plan. So keeping a list of prescription medications, information about any diagnoses you have, dosages, frequencies. You're going to store extra non-prescription drugs like pain and fever relievers, antihistamines, anti-diarrheal medicines. Some of those medicines that could come in handy, those last quite a while. So if you've got those, make sure you check expiration dates.
Well, get like antibiotics.
Yeah,
Those are all prescription usually.
there are companies that do offer those kits. Again, I think they're a little spendy, so maybe talk with your doctor about something that maybe you can, twice a year, maybe get. I don't know how long they all last, but maybe twice a year you can go in and say, look, I just want this for an emergency kit in case of a disaster. How much can I get? And maybe get the main, couple brands. And if you get them generic, they're like $5 or $10, I think, with insurance. Or have a cooler and chemical ice packs available to chill medicines. That's interesting. So if you've got an ice maker and you've got a cooler and you lose power, you could throw the ice in the cooler or throw the medicine, I suppose, in the freezer. But that's an interesting thing to do, so that you have the chemical ice packs that can keep your medicine chilled longer. Got a section on people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Weather radio with text display and a flashing alert. Extra hearing aid batteries, pen and paper in case you have to communicate with someone who does not know sign language. Battery operated lantern to enable communication by sign language or lip reading, especially when the electricity is out and it's dark. That's another category, lighting. Then there's one for people who are blind or low vision. I mean, for me, I don't, but I should have probably a couple pairs of reading glasses in there, because if it comes down to reading something on a prescription bottle or something, I'm not going to be able to read it. So I better start putting that in my kit. I didn't think about that.
I had to run to Walmart to get another pair of readers because I was
Ziggy,
like, I can't see the screen.
Ziggy had to get a pair of readers today, so there you go.
I got a spare pair, exact same frames in my car. These are readers, and because I think when we did that Texas State Parks in the Air, Paul, that time before last. I broke my glasses, and it was an hour and a half round trip to the Walmart to get another pair so I can see.
I bet that felt like eternity.
Yeah, from the campground.
So I'm just gonna leave the pair that I have at work, and then that way I just don't have to worry about it anymore.
Well, keep a pair in your car. I mean, that's what I do
I have
now.
I have to buy a fourth pair. Okay, got it.
It might be a good idea to. I get my glasses on Glasses USA, and I usually just buy the frames that are on sale, and I get a deal. So it's usually $100 and something for a pair of glasses. I don't need glasses. It's just if it's later in the day or if I'm tired, distance gets a little more fuzzy than normal. So it's nice to have, but maybe get that second pair of glasses that is your prescription, and maybe keep those in there as well. But it talks about mark emergency supplies with braille labels, large print. Keep a list of the supplies, where you bought them on a portable flash drive, or make an audio file that is kept in a safe place. Now, this is something that's definitely going to have to be planned out, right? And the person who is vision impaired is going to need to know that plan and how to access it, where it's at. Keep communications devices for your particular needs, such as braille or deaf blind communication devices, part of your emergency supply kit. Speech disability, if you use an augmentative communications device or other assistive technologies, plan how you will evacuate with the devices, or how you will replace equipment if it's lost or destroyed. I don't know anything about this equipment. Keep model information and note where the equipment came from, what kind of insurance you used, all that. And plan how you'll communicate with others if your equipment is not working, including laminated cards with phrases and or pictograms. That's, again, for people with speech disabilities.
Look at all the guys in the chat coming out with the hard glasses, like
all the glasses.
yeah, all the glasses comments, bro. Let me tell you where to get some glasses.
do you even glasses, bro?
I'm telling you.
There's some interesting ones here. The foldable pair is pretty interesting. I see some people have those in keychains, but this one, universally adjustable eyeglasses such as Prima Focus and Dial Vision brand glasses, between $20 and $50.
Yeah, I've seen a commercial for that recently. I don't know if it's the same ones, but I remember they were like, anyone can use them.
I need a seeing eye dog. I need a dog that just carries an extra pair of glasses for me.
Yeah, Chris, I let Luna know that we'll love her until the food runs out, and then unfortunately she's going to have to sacrifice herself to help us last a little bit longer. But she agreed to it, as long as I give her lots of love until that day happens.
Chris has the same breed of dog.
Oh, I can imagine what that is, Gray Man. I can only imagine what that is. See, here's one that can affect quite a few people, because there's quite a different spectrum of intellectual or developmental disabilities, right? So you should know, if it's your child or something, you should know what works and what doesn't work, and you should certainly plan accordingly. If it's devices they need to keep their minds and fingers busy, or whatever it may be, make sure you've got some of that inside the kit, especially if it's a kit that is meant to grab and go. Because if you're sheltered in place, then it's probably not a problem. You're going to have all those devices that they normally use. But if it's a situation where you're going to grab a box and go, think about the devices and activities, coloring books, whatever it may be that your children or anyone with developmental disabilities might need to keep them calm in an emergency. So it talks about handheld electronic devices. Make sure they're charged, loaded with videos and activities. We purchase spare chargers for electronic devices. Keep them charged, including sheets. Include sheets and twine or a small pop-up tent to decrease visual stimulation. It's an interesting concept, right? Kind of keep them in that little protected tent. If that's the need that they need to not see what's going on around them. I know some require headphones, because just the noise, just the general noise around them can cause them to kind of it upsets them for whatever reason. So
overstimulation.
Yeah. So it says noise canceling headphones, which I know someone whose child has to have something like that. But and then comfort snacks. That's an important one, right? Even for me. So not even just for them, but I could probably get by without it, whereas someone with developmental disabilities might need those kind of things as kind of just to keep them grounded and not be fearful of some major change in their daily routines.
I love rice cakes because they're super cheap and they're crunchy,
Yeah,
and you're pretty much done with it. Like after you're,
yeah.
you know, you're just looking for some water afterwards,
They
and
last
then
forever.
and
Yeah.
they last forever. That's another thing, right?
I guess you could say it's kind of like it's like an Asian saltine,
I love
right?
some rice cakes.
Yeah, rice cakes are delicious.
They come in every flavor now too.
So the tips
Zero
for
nutrition.
yeah, but it'll get you by, right? Let's see, just checking chat real quick.
This is interesting. For the topic of special needs, many counties across the country are rolling out tracking programs. You can opt to enroll a child or adult with special needs to enable deputies or agencies to locate them.
Oh, my grandpa was enrolled in that program where he lived. He had stage 4 dementia, and you wouldn't know it. That was the problem, right?
Hmm.
Right.
But he'd just be gone for 2 days. So the farm up there was like 500 acres, and there were 6 barns, and he could be in any one of them. And then
Wow.
he'd just perch up, in one of the barns, and I'd just never find him. And so anyway, they came and they put this thing, and it looked like a watch. It told the time and everything, but it was an RF beacon, and they could actually find him because I guess the technology for
Yeah.
this cell tracking wasn't available because there was no cell service there, so it was just a little RF beacon.
Kind of like
Yeah.
chipping your dog or something that they can track.
Well,
Just give something to track them with.
it was a long range beacon, but yeah,
Yeah.
same difference.
We did a few. Some of the search and rescues we do is for Alzheimer's dementia patients, and we had one. They finally found him. He showed up on his grandson's doorstep up in Oklahoma. He had enough at the memory care center, and just went to go see his grandson up in Oklahoma. Just walked out.
Let's bring up Jody's comment.
In stressful situations, people on lithium, which is a mood stabilizer, or benzodiazepines, Xanax or Valium, may become even more dependent on them due to the stress. So make sure that they have them. I think we can say make sure that you have extra, is what that means. Yeah.
And again, that'd be something. Talk with your doctor or pharmacist on what what are the limits and how can you set up some kind of a plan. Just explain to your doctor. I'd sit down and explain to your doctor, this is my plan. I want to be able to have at least a few weeks supply of on hand. How can we set up some kind of a plan to where we have that? What's the limit?
In Hamnetics, we have silver alerts in Texas, but the criteria for that is they have to be diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's. But one of the search and rescues I was involved in, he never got an official diagnosis, never saw the doctor, but it was obvious what was going on as far as for first responders. But they couldn't issue the silver alert because he didn't qualify for that. So it was
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I hated not knowing what dementia was until I had to go take care of my stage 4 dementia grandfather. Nobody taught me. And then when I got like a face full of what this is, I was shocked. I was like, they need to be teaching this in elementary school. Like there's no excuse that myself as an adult has to like start from square one as to how this works. Like, hey folks, when grandpa starts hiding all the silverware.
Yeah. Also, when you do a search and rescue for that, we have special training to go through that. So if you find the person and you approach them, you have to approach them very differently than you would anyone else. Anyone that didn't have dementia or Alzheimer's.
Almost
Same
like
with,
they're armed, yeah.
Same with that's a great way of putting it. Same with autistic people, and you meet one autistic person and it's going to be completely different than another autistic person, but you still have to be mindful of that when you approach them.
Yep. All right, let's continue their list here. Tips for people with a mobility disability. To use a power wheelchair, you're going to have to think power right and have a lightweight manual chair available as backup. Show others how to assemble, disassemble, and operate your wheelchair. Purchase an extra battery for a power wheelchair or other battery-operated medical or assistive technology devices. If you can't purchase an extra battery, find out what agencies or local charitable organizations can help you. Keep extra batteries charged at all times. Consider keeping a patch kit or can of sealant for flat tires or an extra inner tube if a wheel or scooter is. I always thought that those were hard rubber, not tubed. I guess it depends.
They're all different depending on the style of the chair.
Maybe those power ones have the air in them, not the.
It says if
Well,
it's
like
not.
the scooters do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of stretching it. Yeah, it's going to be hard to find one that's got a tube in it. That's a very specific and special type of chair.
That would have to be
a tube in it.
Keep an extra mobility device such as a cane or walker if you use one. Just like glasses, right? Keep extra. Keep a portable air pump. If you use a seat cushion to protect your skin.
Too.
What's that? Was that Doug?
Doug, was that you?
Yeah, he said something. I heard him say something.
Yeah,
Doug,
I'm hearing a lot of digital background.
I think sometimes autism can have like cost.
Yeah, you're fading in and out a little bit. Cut out a little bit there. Something about autism. Go again. There must be a delay.
He's only in Arizona. Shouldn't be too much of a delay.
Well, it could depend on his internet.
Oh yeah, he was saying there was internet problems there.
Let me see. I'll keep reading. If he starts talking, I'll stop. If you use a seat cushion to protect your skin or maintain your balance and you must evacuate, consider keeping an extra cushion on hand. And communicate with neighbors who can assist you if you need to evacuate the building. I don't know. Doug, can you hear us?
Yeah, I had you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think either you got a noise gate or some kind of noise canceling maybe or something. It's you come in and out. You start strong and then you fade out. It's like 40 meters in the daytime. Well, we'll keep going. Let's talk about Alzheimer's and related dementia. Don't leave the person alone. We've learned there that we've got trackers, as recently stated, that you might be able to get some kind of a beacon, and you can register, I guess, with local authorities. Hopefully in your city you can. If evacuating, help manage the change in environment by bringing a pillow and blanket or other comforting items they can hold on to. When at a shelter, try to stay away from exits and choose a quiet corner. And that's something I know my dad with dementia would, at 2 o'clock or whatever in the morning, just get up and just leave the house and walk down the street. If there is an episode of agitation, respond to the emotions being expressed. For example, this is something my mom explained to me, how she had to learn how to deal with it. For example, say you're frightened and want to go home. It's okay. I'm right here with you. My mom would have to find out where in their lives he was mentally.
Right.
And then she would play along. And that's how she'd get through it.
Yeah, my dad, as an example, my dad passed away in 2018, but he had dementia, and he'd wake up in a full panic, and he'd start asking for his boss, whose name was Rossi. Where's Rossi? I got to get a hold of Rossi. He's not answering the phone. Where's Rossi? And my brother happened to be with him at that time. Said, Dad, what are you talking about? Are you paying attention to the news? Did you not see what's happening at 3 Mile Island? I need to get a hold of Rossi. Well, Dad, that was 1978. You're in 2017 right now. Everything's okay. Your company did nothing wrong. Your system told them there was something wrong, and they ignored it. So it was their fault. And but you just had to tell Dad, hey, it's 2017. It is not 1978 when the 3 Mile Island situation happened.
Yeah, but I had to tell my grandfather that every day though.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
then-
mean, it was often. It was often, yes.
As it progresses, it gets worse and more often.
Yeah. Yeah. We moved him and my mom closer to my brother because my brother was at a job where you could leave at any moment, and my brother had a lot of people from the church come over to help them move. And my dad was, I am so embarrassed. And I'm like, why, Dad? He says, well, there's only one bed in our bedroom, and they, Karen stays in the bed with me to take care of me. And my brother had to say, hey, this Karen is your wife and our mom. That's the same Karen from 1960s. And he's like, oh, I'm so relieved. He didn't realize this was the same Karen from when he knew younger. So, he was in a different time period.
Yeah, it looks like it's happening more and more. These two specifically, right? Dementia, Alzheimer's tends to be happening.
Right.
It seems like it's just increasing. So this is one that we probably all will have to deal with. If not with someone else, they deal with us, and we're the person with the medical problem. But seems like it pretty much affects every family at some point these days. So here's additional items. We already talked about several days supply of prescription medications, a list of your medications. Here it is right here for you, Ziggy. There you go. Extra eyeglasses. So you do need to get a fourth pair. Contacts, hearing aids, batteries, backup supply of oxygen. This one can be tough, especially if it's insurance. I know there's also devices that make oxygen. I see a lot of those on the airplane. They're not actual oxygen tanks. They create the oxygen.
Oxygen generators.
A list of the style and serial number of medical devices, copy of insurance and Medicare cards, contact information for doctors, relatives, and friends, or friends who should be notified if you're hurt, pet, food, extra water, collar, ID tag, medical records, and other supplies. I would say, records, that's a whole other one we could talk about too, right? Keeping records, that can be a topic on its own.
Oh, I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, me too.
I've lost so many titles.
So,
Oh no, I got everything like that in a safe. But as far as keeping track of a lot of stuff written down, I probably have it electronically, and I shouldn't have it
Wanna see
just
what this looks like.
electronically.
Oh, we don't need Spanish. Let me find English. Here we go, a little chart you can click. Tips for medication emergency. So on the left, keep a list of your prescription medicines. Include information about your diagnosis, dosage, frequency, medical supply needs, and allergies. On the right, have a cooler and chemical ice pack available to chill medicines if needed. Store extra non-prescription drugs. Like we talked about earlier, right? You can store some of those, and they last quite a few months and still keep their potency for quite a while. But yeah, I would just suggest, as far as medicines go, especially if you have special needs type medicines that are required basically to live or to function, like some have been mentioned in here, I would sit down with your doctor, tell them your plan, and ask them how to go about doing that. So
45 gives up the ghost. He says, okay, I'll buy some backup cheaters. He's like, in fact, I'm just down to one pair.
there you go.
I'm gonna get those keychain glasses that fold up into a little box that go on your keychain.
You gonna get you a corncob pipe too, there, Michael?
I might do that.
My brother had a pair of readers that I really liked, and never got them. He's got them that they're always around your neck, and they have the magnet between the lenses, and so they just hang here, and then you just lift them up and stick them on.
But I think it was Perry or somebody. They were filling out the check at a restaurant, and all of a sudden he pulls his keys out, pulls out a pair, and it goes right over his nose. I was like, well, that's interesting.
All right. Anything else? Anyone want to comment on special needs planning?
Here's a good point here. The U.S. military uses the Shelf Life Extension Program, SLEP, to evaluate the potency of stockpile drugs, finding that many medications retain their effectiveness well past their printed expiration. And believe it or not, our county health department does the same thing. We have a lot of those what is it, anthrax medications and stuff. And there's a list. They keep the temperatures on them, and they find out how long they can last past the expiration date. So that's a good point there.
Spider bite medication.
I've got
And
this.
and
I've got the
and
Sting one, the Sting
and
neutralizer.
I mean, do you know? I mean, Michael, you have an idea. You probably have a more up to date idea than I do, but do you know how much the hospital charges to administer like antivenom?
Oh, it's expensive.
Oh, oh my God.
It's stupid expensive.
It's tens of thousands of dollars.
I'm not going to even go there because I'll get off on a tangent on how all that goes. As far as finances, it's broken. Our system's broken. And there's your venomous snakes, and then you have the neurotoxin snakes, which there's only a couple, but we do have some in North Texas. And that venom is usually not held at every hospital. A lot of times they have to fly that in. And those are the nice, colorful snakes that little kids like to pick up, and they don't necessarily bite you. They come gnaw on you. When they pick them up, they get gnawed on. All of a sudden, they get a neurotoxin in them that the regular venom kits won't fix.
There was a spider bite guy, and he was familiar with spiders and bites, and he came into the hospital and with the spider in a bag, and he said, "I don't have insurance." He's like, "There's no way I can afford this." That was an actual conversation. Oh, he got it. He got it, and I think they flew him.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
It's amazing you have the spider in the bag.
Yeah, I'd be more concerned about like doing suction, doing something, or getting to a hospital and chasing down a spider.
No, he's Florida boy. I think he did do some mouth to bite succotation.
Unless he like killed it and then picked it up, maybe I could do something like that. But
yeah, it wasn't alive. But I mean, that's actually very common in a Florida hospital is for one of us to bring in the culprit in a bag.
What's the main
spider? I was gonna say I've heard of people doing snakes like that, not a spider.
Oh yeah, no, it's real common.
What's the most common there? Is it recluse or black widow or both?
Black widow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have black widows and recluses here. I was at a boat show and one started crawling right up to my arm.
I dated a reclusive black widow once. With that, let's spin the wheel.
Those are nasty.
Well, she spun the web.
Oh, this is a new topic too. Someone mentioned. I forget who said this earlier.
That was me.
Is that you, Ziggy?
Yeah.
Kenneth, thank you for being a new subscriber.
Hey, Kenneth, thanks.
You're my dancing avocado with a smile.
All right, Kenneth, take it away. Transportation. How are we gonna get around when we're out of fuel, right? And what's the purpose of getting around when we've come to that point? Are we still at our house at this point? I mean, I myself, as a true blue Florida man, I have held fast at every single place I've ever lived at during every single brutal hurricane that we've encountered, and that's just how we roll here. Now,
oh, that was my Discord that was going off.
What's that?
I've never run out of fuel because growing up, we just always kept fuel. So actually, I've got two 35-gallon steel fuel silos that I keep full with. Ethanol-free fuel. And there was one time during a hurricane where I had to fill up the Mrs. vehicle with my stash of ethanol-free fuel because the gas stations were down. And anybody that buys ethanol-free fuel knows that wasn't a cheap fill up. It was about $4.50 a gallon. So
yeah, Buc-ee's offers that.
So yeah, I keep about 75. I keep about 75 gallons of ethanol free. So
I late at night, I drive to Buc-ee's to go fill up I have one can that's ethanol free because I had
Thank
another
you,
one.
thank you, Grayman Poda, Tim, and Tortoise Overland. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
I had to.
This guy.
But did you miss me?
Now, as far as transportation goes, what's your plan if you don't
Yeah.
have a working vehicle and you've got to get somewhere for whatever reason, X, Y, Z? What do?
My feet,
Your
they
feet,
work
huh?
really well.
Eh,
What about yours? Those people, yeah,
It's
people
all
that have
terrain.
with legs and swelling and whatnot, and maybe not as mobile.
Yeah, but my feet and my community. I mean, those are the two important transportation.
Well,
my community for everything.
here's a real basic one. I think we mentioned it. Someone mentioned it last week. Start looking at your half of a tank as empty. So when you're driving and it's Tuesday
tell that to my wife.
and you're at half a tank, fill up. Look at half a tank as empty. Just change that about your gassing up schedule. And that's a good basic start. So then you have a half a tank that can get you somewhere, can provide energy. If necessary, cooling. If everything else is down, you could sit in your truck or car and let it run with air conditioning or heating or siphon the gas out if you have a generator. So keeping your tank as full as possible as often as possible is a very, very basic thing. You could just change your habit.
So for me, filling my tank only cost me $18, $20 because it's not below half. Now I didn't get to the gas station, and yesterday morning I filled up. It was $30, but it was like a quarter, just under half. I mean,
It was,
it's always $18 to $20. Think about it that way. It's a lot cheaper.
it was Digital Rancher. He said it last week. I remember now. He refills at like 3/4 tank or something, I think.
Yeah.
Overland, extra fuel packs, fuel on the truck, one in my camper. So storing the fuel is good.
But more towards transportation, right? So
Yeah.
like, what if during an emergency, like your main vehicle has a flat and all the tire shops are down?
Yep.
And it's super important. I have actually a 1/2-inch impact in my vehicle, and a socket that not only fits the jack, the scissor jack, but coincidentally, it also fits the same size lug nut. So I have one socket, one impact, one scissor jack, and one battery that stays with me. And with that, I can zap up my car, zap the wheel off, zap the spare on, and zap it down. And I've done this on the side of the highway in less than 5 minutes. I highly recommend, if you can afford it, buy yourself a super cheap battery operated 1/2-inch impact off of AliExpress or whatever, just so that you can zap up your car with a scissor jack and zap your lug nuts off, like completely just for that vehicle. You don't want to be stuck somewhere in the rain, broke down on the side of the highway, fiddling around with a manual tool trying to change a tire. You don't want to do it.
What amazes me is more and more cars and RVs and everything, they're coming without spare tires now. Because they're all about the convenience of calling some road guy to come out there 2-3 hours later to come change your spare tire. But that's like the new norm, is to have cars without spare tires. And I don't get it.
I can vouch for this kit right here. I have prolonged the life of 3 tires on 2 different cars with this kit right here for $8.
So that kit will take you as far as the ability to put air in that tire. So with that, you then need, if you're going to be repairing a tire, you need to have some kind of air pump. And those are super cheap. I mean, I've seen them as cheap, $20 for a 12-volt air pump. So with that, you definitely want to keep an air pump with you.
And if you haven't used this, if you guys haven't experienced a nail puncture that's not in that center 3 or 4 inches, they will only repair it in the center flat spot. They will not. I've looked at it the first time. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like right there in the tread. Nope, it's outside this. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So that's where I learned about this. And this is literally you reduce the air, you ram that, you find the nail hole, you ram that thing, the reamer in a few times, roughen it up, and then you put a little rubber. It's this piece right here.
Some lube. We call it tube lube.
Rubber cement,
which is actually a galvanic rubber cement.
And then this goes through this eye of this needle, and you ram that in again. It's got the glue on it, and then you jerk it out really quick, and it cuts it as it pulls out. So it leaves those 2 things in the hole, and you just let it dry, and then you snip the top off. And this works. It works. And it's cheap. And then again, like Ziggy said, have some way to pump up the tire.
I just keep a full-size spare on me. It's not practical for everybody, but me being a mechanic, and I've been broke down on the side of I-95 with 2 children in the middle of rush hour, and I promised myself I'll never let that happen again.
Yeah. We had as a kid, I remember it was before the wood paneled Ford Esquire station wagons were popular. We had the VW bus. There were 7 of us in the back of that. And we had just moved to northern Idaho, and we were driving from or to Spokane, Washington. At that time, between Spokane and Coeur d'Alene was fields. And middle of the winter, 2 feet, 3 feet of snow, and that Volkswagen broke down. And I remember waiting in that car while my dad hitchhiked, finally found someone, and got back to us. But it was an engine problem. It's not something you could fix right there. But yeah, you got to be prepared. So in that case, when I was up in the northern states, I always had blankets and things to keep. And I was actually crossing Cascade. The Cascades there in Western Washington, leaving Idaho, visiting family on Thanksgiving. And I had just bought 2 new wool blankets at an Army surplus store in northern Idaho and Coeur d'Alene. Driving my Jeep back, and because of the avalanche risk, they shut down the overpass all night. So we literally, everybody's in the road, people making snowmen on the freeway all night long. So thankfully, I had those 2 wool blankets, and we kept warm. And occasionally, I would, turn on the Jeep, kind of warm it up. But you just don't know. So traveling, and we're talking about some of these things that are vehicular, right? Well, what if it's 2 months and you've run completely out of gas? Do you have some kind of backup? Or you have a plan for that? Bicycles or whatever, a rechargeable battery-powered scooter or bike or something, because that's getting more and more popular too.
But you brought up a great point, Paul. And year-round, I keep blankets in my car. I keep a case during the cooler months in my car. I have 2 or 3 bottles of water in there, just to have water in there. But year-round, I have a blanket in the car. One, I can just throw everything under the blanket, so it does. People walking by can't see stuff in my Ford Explorer. But pillow. If you're going to be doing late night driving or stuff like that, sometimes you need to have a pillow in your car. And, because you never, ever know when stuff's going to happen like that. Another freak ice storm, There
we go. So, yeah, I think the popularity and availability of those new battery-powered bikes and scooters and such, that's a good thing. I don't have one, but you can recharge those, right? Even if you run out of gasoline, you can recharge those if you have some kind of solar backup, power backup, or something. We just have our mountain bikes, so if we needed, we ride our bike, somewhere. But as we get older, right? How far can I ride that bike?
Yeah, I've been eyeballing those electric bikes, the foldable ones.
Yeah, I'm still in my 30s, so I can't imagine what I'll feel like in my 50s.
Sweet. Paul, you younger than me?
No, I'm in my 50s, Doug.
He's past me. He doesn't have as much gray hair as I do, but he's past me.
This is Grecian formula.
Sharp looking 50s, ain't he?
This is Grecian formula. Is that what that is?
So, Mike, should I start calling you sir since you have more gray hair than I do?
Yeah, you can. No, you can't. You can call me Paul.
I am not
All right.
going to use any of that stuff.
What else? What else? What else do we have for transportation? Any other ideas or thoughts? Because if you look at the ready.gov thing, you'll notice there isn't one. There's nothing about transportation.
They want you to stay put.
They have something on shelter. Let's take a look at their evacuation and see if they talk about it a little bit. Pre-designated shelters, what to bring. Yeah, they're talking again about pre-designated shelters. Your gas up, right? Keep a full tank of gas. If you don't have a car, plan how you will leave if needed. They don't even give you, ideas here. That goes back to that FEMA app. Feel free to install that if you trust the government. Yeah, there's not a lot
I
of.
don't have that app.
There's not a lot of suggestions here. Look, check with neighbors who may need a ride. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of suggestions here, so that's a good conversation. Paper maps. Yeah, Jody's exactly right. I think someone mentioned that last week at some point. Paper maps. I have one of those Randall McNally ones in my truck of Texas. I should probably get one of the entire U.S., but predominantly,
Brad McDowley. We used to have a MapQuest around here.
How about a compass, guys?
Wait, who was it that just learned how to use a compass?
That was
Ziggy, is that
me.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ziggy learned.
No, it wasn't just a compass. It was a mapping compass.
Oh,
So
mapping. Do you
it's
have
where
it there
the
with
base.
you? With
I
the little,
keep it in my. I keep it in
with
my
the little
car.
line, the little
Keep it in my
wire.
car.
Does it have the thin wire to line up?
So the whole base, the dial rotates, but the dial stays, right? And you rotate the base to the degree that you want, and that way you can place it on the map and you can draw the line on the long edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So it's the flat one with the edges on the side, like a ruler, kind of.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like those ones that have you fold them out, and it's got the wire and then the sight, the whole sight, and then you line it up. If you're trekking without a map, you would use one like that.
I showed Ape how I'm so proud I learned how to use a compass, and then he pulls out this bad boy $200 one that's got the mirror and the sight, and oh my god.
But the one you have is best for maps.
I had one thing that I wanted to use it for, and I wanted to find the azimuth and direction of Europe.
Ziggy, were you a Boy Scout?
No.
Okay. Ziggy, stop. I still need to rename that device.
That might be a good idea. Ziggy, stop.
No, I'm so honored. There's one other Ziggy on this planet.
And it's AI.
Speaking of Ape, if he comes on, I should have queued this up. So
AI.
Well, my son used Echo, and so I couldn't use Echo on his device. So I have one by the front door, and it happens to be the Z word.
Ziggy, you're famous in every state.
I'm trying to leave an impression.
Last week it was playing hip hop music, so right in the middle of the live stream, I was like,
all right. Anything else on transportation that anyone can think of? Trying to pull
Moving
something
on.
up.
I took the first hour right there.
Okay, I can't find it yet. I'm hoping Ape comes on because I'm going to play something that I made of him that I said I would never play. I gave him the video. It's for you to share, and I don't think he's ever shared it. So I guess he did say that I can share.
I think I have a copy of that video, right?
Yeah, probably. No, I don't think I showed you his. I don't think I
yeah,
showed
you did.
anybody Ape. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I might have showed you Frank's or Ziggy's.
No, I got Frank's and Ape's. No, I think it's Ziggy's.
What are we talking about?
Your baby
nothing.
video.
All right.
Look on my Shorts. I have a baby video that Paul made.
Keep your shorts down.
Oh, I finally have a baby video made.
No, the only one I made was still that one, Ziggy. I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
been able to update it. It costs
That's
points and money if I go
Eh.
too many.
Blah. I should have spent faster.
All right, here we go. See if we don't get a duplicate.
Yeah, it was great. I had no gray hair in it.
Protection.
Oh.
Oh, see,
Brought
this
to
is
you by no.
where I wish I had the video queued up. Brought to you by Trojan. Need a video queued up for that. All right, protection. Let's let me get rid of that. What's say chat? Protection. Oh, thank you,
Hey.
Jody.
Thanks for
Well,
the
down here in the
super
great state of Florida, we're going to be open carrying on the 25th of this month. I'm so excited, guys.
Finally. That was the one thing that kept me from wanting to go to Florida again is you can open carry in every state on the way except Florida. So what day again?
The 25th, and actually, I saw something today that all the sheriffs across Florida aren't even waiting. They said, "Go ahead,
Funny.
boys."
Okay.
So Florida,
The way it really should be. But I love it because, I try to keep maybe a little light shirt over it, but I don't want to have to worry about it being exposed.
I have a problem with open carry, and it's not the concept; it's my frame. Where are you going to hide a gun on this frame? Nowhere.
Well, it was easy. It was easy when I was in the colder climate of the Northwest, because I usually, in fact, when I carried, it was shoulder harness because I always had a flannel shirt unbuttoned or a jacket or something. Texas is, I guess that's still concealed since it's under. Texas is hot and it's difficult for me as far as that goes, but I will never open carry to the extent that it's visible to anybody. I just never will. I look at that. I look at that as putting yourself as the first target.
But if you see me in videos and I have a T-shirt on and I have my shirt open, you know why. That's the problem. They need to make shirt tails longer. But if you just carry open shirt, normally it's not a big issue until you bend down to grab something.
just squat.
Yep.
So there's another interesting device that I have heard Glenn Beck on his show. He advertises. Let me see if I can spell it right. I don't know anything about it other than the ads I've heard. But here it is. Let me make sure it's a clean site. Okay. This is it. So this is Texas Fowlers. This isn't the one that Glenn Beck that I've heard on Glenn Beck. It's a different company. Maybe I'll find that one, pull it up too. This is Texas Fowlers, and this is basically paintball with pepper spray.
Yes, I've seen those.
The non-lethal way, if you are not comfortable with stuff with gunpowder in it, then this may be an option for you. And this one says 60 feet away, so this is certainly good for anything in the house, a break-in. And I think it was the burn launcher. It was like incapacitated for 45 minutes. Let's see if this tells us how long.
If any of you have never had the experience,
yeah,
let me tell you, some people would have rather taken a bullet than get hit with that thing. The bullet goes away. The emotional damage from getting hit from one of those stays for a lifetime.
But there it is right there. Simple, right? CO2 cartridge. If you're familiar with BB guns, mostly handguns will have the small CO2 and they just shoot the BB. So the same concept, and then you've got the paintballs full of pepper spray.
Yeah. So there's two different versions of that. There's one with the pepper ball, and they got a version without the pepper ball, but it's like a hard ball that hurts like heck.
Yeah, the rubber
because
ball.
some states will not let you have pepper balls or any kind of pepper spray. Yeah, like DC area, that would not be legal in DC area, but it is legal in Texas or anything.
It's only
but,
legal
you
in
know,
DC to be mugged, not to protect yourself. See, this is why I probably would never own this, at least not this brand.
Yeah.
But this one seems to be a little more reasonably priced. I'm not suggesting any of these, but do your due diligence and investigate, look at reviews if this is something you're interested in. But it's an option, right?
Or maybe trained in some sort of martial art or
Martial arts, I think, is good too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Martial arts are excellent, and it's not necessarily your physical capability as much. Having good being in a good physical shape does help tremendously, but you can use the power of the other person through martial arts training.
Well, and
So I trained in
Hold up.
Yamaru, and it's amazing how you can turn the table so quickly. I've taken down guys twice my size, big old Samoan dudes. So
I started
Pull up
training.
Jody's comment.
Go ahead, Douglas.
where's Joey's comment? Oh,
Go ahead,
Douglas,
Douglas.
speak up.
Yeah, I started training jujitsu for a while, and I've on and off because I travel all the time. I can't always get to training, but I've noticed it's helped me just be able to learn how to use my body a little bit better.
yeah. But I'm one that needs to get back in shape, and that will help you tremendously in a self-protection situation. But
Yeah, and I think we all have our EDCs as far as firearms and our opinions and what works best for us. And I
Right.
don't want to really get into a discussion of the pews as far as that goes. My only thing would be to find the one that you shoot best with, that feels the best for you, and find a good local training group, organization, club, whatever it is that trains regularly. That's the only advice I would give on that. And watch Bill Burr's stand up on why he chooses a 22 rather than a bigger gun. It's
Well,
hilarious.
honestly, if you're going to get into a lethal situation, it's going to be within 5 feet of each other. And so, ARs are great, but just be considerate of that. If you're more of if it's a home property thing, that's going to be different. But as far as you're out and about and something comes up, most of that's going to be within 5 feet of you. But have multiple ways. Just be considerate of multiple ways of things happening.
Yeah, training is key on any of this.
Absolutely, Digital Rancher. Thank you, Robert.
I
Yeah,
know.
when I'm around my nieces and nephews, they like to horseplay a little bit, but I like to show them a move or two. Just something they can use in case something does happen. Even little kids can learn self-defense techniques.
All right. Any other suggestions from the group?
Moving on.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we want to roll for one more topic? Or do we
Why not?
Do we need to save any of these if we're going to do it the next 2 weeks? Let's see.
What else you got on the board here, Paul?
Let's check. Tell you what, if we let's roll 2 more times. If it's a topic we've already discussed, then we'll call it for this week and save the others for next week. So 2 times if we roll something we've already discussed. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I'm out.
Yeah, this isn't a good topic for this group, I don't think.
No, we don't know Jack.
Or Jill.
Or that hill.
All right.
I used to know
Well, what do we say? Emergency communications. What do we say? Radio.gov doesn't go into this very much at all either, so I'm not even going to pull it up.
And it's not just having backup communications forms. There's a lot more to it.
Tortoise. So I'll throw this out just to get it going. You got to look at it in layers, right? So the way that I've helped develop our North Texas, Oklahoma MCOM plan that I ran for 3 years, for my area for the church, is it's layered. The first way of reporting is texting. The second layer is a conference bridge. We have a conference bridge number that everyone can call in. And I don't have it with me exactly, but then the third layer I would believe was might have been WinLink, and then we have local repeaters. Then we have HF frequencies on 40, on 60, on 80. Maybe WinLink was last. I can't remember. So it's got to be in layers, and then you've got to determine what works best for you. If you're by yourself, then ham radio license might be great. If you got a family of 5, that might not be the best thing, and GMRS might be a better thing, right? You can use repeaters and
what I think crazy is like, why don't we have FRS base stations like we used to have CB base stations back in the day? Wouldn't that be cool if like all neighbors and neighborhoods all had like a FRS base station in their home? How amazing that would be!
I don't think I ever experienced that, Ziggy.
How amazing would that be?
We had CB base station, but I don't think we ever had FRS.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, nobody's going to be able to put up a 102-inch whip, in the modern day lifestyle, but that would just be so cool if, like small little communities all had some kind of instant way to communicate without phones being involved for emergencies. And it would be no bigger, obviously, than the size of a little weather radio.
Like community gardens. Everyone can use it. Everyone can access it. Doesn't require licensing and all that other stuff. A lot of people will never get their ham radio license. That's just a fact.
So Hamnetics has a question, and I'm not real familiar with GhostNet. So S2 Underground GhostNet, thumbs up or thumbs down for what he is putting together? Is anybody familiar with that?
Jody, I mentioned that before.
Do you need what's the purpose?
Do we know what it is?
Yeah, there's a lot of prepper.
Just by the name, it sounds like it's trying to be covert.
Yeah. Well, let's look. Let's look at it individually and in reality. You look at your family. How do you want to communicate? My family's in the house 90% of the time. My wife works. I work. The boys are still here. They don't really go out. So do I need 4 mesh-tastic devices so everyone, in case they're anywhere, can reach our antenna? I don't, most likely. But some kind of communications is necessary regardless.
Right. So, but I mean, even if, I talked to some hams and we get on the discussion of MCOM a lot in Denton County. Just having dinner, we talk about MCOM. And one ham said, well, I don't see the need for GMRS because my wife's already a ham and we don't have any kids, And I'm like, well, you might still want to consider having GMRS because maybe that neighbor needs to be part of that inner circle of GMRS. And when I'm talking at these engagements, like I was yesterday at this Preparedness Fair, and there's 2 in a row for me, 2 weekends in a row, is GMRS is for your family. Ham radio is for your community. And if you're needing resources or ways to reach out, ham radio is going to be the way to go. So you should have at least one person in your household that has a ham license. If you truly want to be prepared, you need to have one person in the house with a ham license. But if it's just your family, you don't care about reaching out to the community, GMRS will take care of it. But have both. I mean, it's not. GMRS is a no-brainer. If you already have a ham license, you know how to get on the FCC website, get your GMRS call. And mine's right here. WRQ ISM02.
I pulled up the wrong window. Let me pull this up by itself. There we go.
So it seems GhostNet seems to be some kind of HF network. So this is totally that it's cool, right? But completely separate from what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we're not going to train little Miss Linda, who's a widow down the street. You know what I mean about GhostNet. So kind of outside the realms of
Yeah.
this.
Let me get more information on GhostNet, and I'll take it to my 84-year-old widowed neighbor. I'm sure she'd be.
Yeah,
That'll
there's
probably. This is Tom makes a good point right there, and that's another part of the plan, right? Is having people outside, perhaps of your affected area, which could be your city, state, county, however far out you want it to go, right? It depends on the emergency. Contacts, and then you're going to have they're going to have to understand your plan and make sure you've talked to them. This is how I would contact you if a major hurricane goes through and we lose power and everything. So they've got to be on that. They've got to kind of be on the same page, right? But good point. And that's another useful thing for WinLink, because you can use your radio. So as long as you got a radio and a power source and a laptop, any kind of computer, you can send email with WinLink, which then anybody can get it. So even if it's as simple as, we're okay, we're sheltered in place, whatever it is you want to let loved ones know, that's an option. I would highly suggest participating in WinLink Wednesday type things or whatever it is to regularly use your WinLink. Even if it's between us, people here in the group, send it to people and start using WinLink so you understand it. This is something that you can kind of go over. This is a thought, kind of a thought process. I'm going to have to make that even bigger. Geez. This is kind of a thought process of when you're creating a communications plan, and it's just called PACE, PACE. And the mindset is such that you've got basically 4 methods. Let's take communications, for example. Your primary stage of the PACE plan involves the use of the main communication systems. So for me, and my plan would be texting, as long as that's up and working. This is what you would typically rely on under normal circumstances, including technologies such as landlines, cell phones, internet-based email message, the basic stuff we use every day. And then the A stands for alternate, and the alternate stage of PACE is implemented when your primary form of communications is unavailable. So this is why I say it needs to be layered. These methods may be less convenient for everyday use, but are effective in ensuring 24/7 readiness. Examples of this, like we spoke about, backup two-way radios, HF, and or conventional as a failover. They got sat phones are getting more and more popular. If you have Starlink or any kind of alternate Wi-Fi that you can control and have power for, you can create, it's your hotspot. You can get on the internet. You can send texts, emails. So that's an alternate plan. A contingency is the third level of PACE. For when the alternate solution isn't successful, it focuses on implementing additional backup technologies that are more robust and resilient, from backup power generators to dedicated backup radio networks. These solutions are implemented to ensure the continuous operation of connected systems. This is something that I think is why it would be good to get into. That's kind of why I wanted to get more into targeted comms, targeted contacts, so that we can get, like I've QSO'd Ziggy before.
It was rough.
But we did it.
I was horizontal. He's vertical.
But kind of getting that network of people around the country that you, for the most part, can contact, and what method, what antenna that you can use to contact them. And then they need to understand that let them know that you are part of my contact group. my list of 10 people that I will contact in an emergency, depending on the capabilities that are available. So having that backup power is an important part for that contingency, right? It's not just your little handheld with a battery that's going to last a couple days. And then emergency methods is the fourth. It's the E in the PACE plan. They're usually a last resort when all of the above means fail, utilizing specialized emergency communications and tech for crisis situations. This includes satellite-based communication systems like Iridium phones, Iridium Certus for data, and Iridium PTT. I have none of this. So this is something I probably won't even utilize. My last resort would be my HF if it's a widespread affected area for emergency. But
it's nice to have money to be able to afford all that.
yeah,
Because
be real
I thought about RV life, and I would love to have HF in there, VHF, UHF, CB, GMRS, and public safety radios if I still have access when that time comes. I want to have every arrow in the quiver that I can have, but it costs money. So do what you can with what you have. I mean, I think that's the bottom line. Don't plan at all because you said, well, everything costs money. Well, yeah, everything costs money, but do what you Grouch. I agree. I agree with you, Paul. And it's
Paul
not easy. It's not easy. Yeah.
Hey,
Paul's
Grouch,
on.
welcome, man.
It is expensive, but man, it's a different lifestyle, and I kind of envy you a little bit because he's on the road all the time. So I don't. Where are you right now, Paul? I think the last I heard you were in Huntsville, but I'm sure you've moved on since then. So where in the world is the Grouch?
For those that may be interested in Starlink, what they've got now is pretty cool. What I was doing was just whenever I needed it planned, basically. I didn't pay anything, but if I ever needed it, then I would be able to pay that month. They've changed it to where they do, I forget the name of it, but it's basically you pay $5 a month. But what you get with that is always connected at a very low speed, but you're always connected. So, and I think someone told me that main dish, I think it's version 3, not the little mini small dish, the bigger one, which is what I have. I wanted faster bandwidth. I think they're saying it's going down to under $200. So Starlink has become much more affordable, and now with the $5 a month, that's a very good emergency. Once you buy it, yeah, that's a good standby backup. As long as you got power, it still requires power. Yeah, I was part of the T-Mobile satellite texting test, and now they charge $10 a month. So if you don't want something like Starlink, maybe the sat phone or the sat texting is something that would work for you. T-Mobile offers it.
Yeah, pause. That's the word I was looking for, Digital Rancher.
What's pause?
You pay for pause. You still have the equipment. You still have the account. You can turn it on any moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget the name of the new thing, but
Oh, geez.
That's it. That's it right there. Yep. I do have that one, Paul.
Does he talk?
Hold on.
Yes, he does. It's great.
He said that oh my gosh, Grouch, you're awesome, man. Thank you, brother.
All right. Congratulations, Digital Analog Ham, Ken, Alpha Charlie, Zero Tango Golf, Rabbit Ham, and All That's Random.
I got to give this to you.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
I have to. That's awesome, Grouch. Thanks, man. Standby mode. Thank you, Robert. That's what it's called now. $5 a month, always connected, low bandwidth, but sufficient to send any kind of message.
I'll take low versus no any day.
Exactly.
In fact,
all
I'm
right.
low bandwidth all the time here at the house.
So you're used to it. So it's like normal life.
It's I get 100 MIPS, dude. That's it.
I don't know what the speed is. I haven't tested it yet. I need to set it up and test it because I still don't have it set up. I just barely chose that. I think you had till like September 10th or something to choose it.
I'm just lucky to have a cable line out here.
All right, let me bring this up because he did say I can. He did say I can play it. So
I was always
oops, hold on.
I was always
I gotta get it on the other screen.
So many buttons.
Ready?
Yep. Send it.
Look at that cute fella.
I was always a disciple of use an automatic antenna tuner because it's fast and it's easy, right? You don't have to do anything. You just change frequencies, key up, and it's done.
See, when he was younger, he liked automatic antenna tuners. Now he's just manual.
Yep. I'm strictly manual.
All right. Anyway, that was fun to create.
That's great.
When I sent it to him, he says, "I don't know if I should be mad or laugh," and I'm like, or no. What do you say? Not like embarrassed or something. And I said, "Man, how could you be embarrassed or upset at that cute little face?"
Hey, Paul, do you have my queued up?
I don't.
Oh,
I got tired of searching for his on my computer. I had to re-download it.
okay. Never mind. They were pretty awesome, the ones that Paul made. But mine's on my channel if you want to look at it's one of the shorts. So.
I've got Ziggy's images. Do I have the video of you, Ziggy?
No, don't worry about it. I'd rather plug this great new innovation.
All right.
That I was sharing with you. All right, everybody. So enter.
Oh, that's right. Stick. Now you're showing it.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So
calm down, Michael.
The
I'm trying.
Just drag it over.
Yeah. Enter
the commercial is going to be go choke on a stick.
Go choke on a stick, guys. So this actually solves a couple of problems. For one, as some of you know, I've made countless chokes for Coffee and Ham Radio, right? The number one problem with chokes is that nobody knows the problem with chokes, and that's that they have a natural self harmonic resonance that nobody can measure unless you have the right tools and you know how to measure the choke properly. Every time I would measure one after I would make one, I would see this harmonic, and it was the self resonance of the device itself, and it drove me up the wall. And I was trying to figure out where it's coming from, what it's doing, and trust me, it's doing, and how to get rid of it. And I finally figured it out. I've been sweating and waking up in the middle of the night for like ages trying to figure out how to do this. For one, you can see that the entry and exit points of the cable no longer are in this plane. They're now in this plane, right? And so that aligns magnetically with what's going on with this core now. So we get a straight shot exit and entry, however you want to call it. And also, as you can tell, it's just a PVC pipe, but this pipe keeps the interwindings held tight to the inside of the core for an even tighter coupling and greater efficiency. And because the way that it's wound, I'm not using the crossover method, hint, hint, and that's what makes this absolutely wonderful. I have data on it, and I'll go ahead and link down in the chat where you can pick one up because I am cranking them out, guys. Let's go to middle
let them know
screen.
Okay, you're going to show okay.
Yeah, I want one.
And for y'all, I have some data for y'all.
Welcome, Paul. Good to see you, brother.
If anybody knows how to read a Smith chart, this is 1 through 30 megahertz on a through test. This is
Where? I don't
unbelievable,
see it.
guys. It's the dot in the center. That is
Oh, that's
1 through
amazing.
30
That's
megahertz.
insane.
Yeah, I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it, but I've done it. I'm
So Ziggy,
super, I'm
I was
super
reading
stoked
that
about
when you
this.
sent me the. I was reading that when you sent me the link earlier this week or last week, and
Yeah.
it was saying get one for the radio side and one for the antenna side, or. But if you just get one, where would you
Oh
place
yeah,
it?
you should. I mean, at least one. But if you only got one, I would definitely put it out at the antenna and let it do the balancing
Yeah.
there, and let your antenna do all the work, and alleviate your feed line from all the common mode out there before it comes back into the shack through the feed line.
Okay.
And here's the attenuation. It's not down in the dirt, almost to 50 like on some of the others, but in the ham radio community, guys, anything below 30 is anything below 20 is excellent. And you can see the majority of this, it splits the baby in between, lower 30 and lower 20 and upper 30 as far as dBi of common mode attenuation. Let's see. I don't know why I'm showing this, just my testing procedures. Here's another view of the common mode attenuation for those people that don't like looking at the grainy scale. And I'm super pumped about it. Every time I look at it, I just can't believe that I finally got rid of it, and I figured out why. And it's because I've been making these on the wrong axial plane magnetically, and this fixes it. Also, this goes along with my my moniker that Ape taught me, that everything needs to be field serviceable, right? You need to be able to fix your own stuff. And if this fails you in any kind of way, or you need to repair it, guess how many zip ties are involved in this? Not one. There's 2 little
Nice.
pieces of heat shrink here, and that's it. If you need to change this for any reason, you just cut one and slip it off and correct it and correct your own stuff. So I'm not saying that it's a beautiful like Tesla branded, curtailed product or anything like that, but what this does for the entire community is going to be permanent in ham history, and I'm like steadfast on this belief.
There you go. Let's get the article for QST.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
And I'm not joking.
Hey, Grab.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm super stoked, dude. I am so lit about this. I went ahead and just got all the parts so I can start cranking these out for you guys.
Sweet.
I'm excited. I want to get one now.
You got the link there, everybody. Check it out. Why is it not? Oh.
And my
I'll
buddy
pick-
Tio's
I'll pick mine up in
let
Florida.
me my buddy Tio is let me sell on his website, and he's got some other cool stuff on there too, guys. But it's Ziggy's Choke on a Stick.
It couldn't be named anything else.
I tried real hard with that.
No, it had to be. I'm sure you tried really hard.
Real hard.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Go
Like, it's
choke on a
perfect.
stick.
It's awesome, man. Paul, what's
That's
going on,
great.
man? Paul had a great stream last Friday. Friday or Saturday?
Oh,
Friday, yeah.
It was Friday. Thanks, Paul. Yeah. I felt it was high time that we had an open-hearted discussion, and I'm very well very well pleased with the result of the discussion,
Yeah.
and I think it was beneficial to everybody that was on the stream.
Yeah, it was good I mean, I don't know how much longer you went, but I got off of there after a little bit, but that was a great conversation. I'm just pulling up some websites, guys, so that I can share YouTube channels before we close out here pretty soon. But
Well, I'm glad I got in before you closed out.
yeah, last week is 2 hours, but it seems at about the 90-minute or so mark. A little bit later, I tend to get the Google Home message
Drop off.
No, the drop off usually happens around close to 90 minutes, but my Google Home message is from the wife sending me a message through the speaker here that says, "Where are you?" Which is my cue to say it's getting late. I got to go to bed. So,
Put the dishes away before you go to bed.
Yeah, no, that's the boys' job. They can do something like that.
I already got my first order. Thanks,
There you
guys.
go. See, we really need to do
Ziggy, I'll pick mine up when I come down to Florida.
Sounds good.
We need to get. There really needs to be a QST article written up. I'm not a writer. To be able to do something is probably good enough for an article, but we need to find someone who is.
Oh, these days, Chat GPT that'll do that for you.
Well, that's true, but I think for the article, Ziggy, you'd certainly have to have kind of a write up yourself explaining it like you just did. But that's something that needs to be in QST ASAP.
Been doing it wrong the whole time. We've not been respecting the magnetic planes of our chokes.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ziggy's familiar, but yeah, I mean you can type in a paragraph or a 5-paragraph essay into ChatGPT and say, hey, listen, I want you to turn this information into a magazine article. It'll do it.
Yeah, but it's full of fluff, and I'm kind of on this big anti-AI kick right now. So I actually just wrote out my own description, and it's on the product page.
I've been playing with both Grok and ChatGPT. I paid for a year of X just to see if it's worth it or not. But I've been using Grok, and I've been asking them because I want to create a new antenna. It's going to be in the cobweb style that can just sit in my backyard for NVIS instead of stringing up a big mast and a pole and a wire. So it tells me everything, and then it'll ask me, would you like that in PDF format? Would you like images of that? Would you like a step-by-step? It is pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I will say there are a lot of aspects where, like, if something is very technical, Grok tends to excel. Where if you're just presenting information, you can throw all of your information in a very discombobulated format into ChatGPT, and it'll organize all of your unorganized thoughts, and it'll put it in a nice, neat format.
Yeah, ChatGPT is what I use to help me organize the chapters in my book on preparedness. And it helped me. It came up with 15 titles, and I've narrowed it down to 3. Maybe I'll put that up to the Razorbacks and Hogs by the end of the year, early next year, to come up with the title. Yeah, it is definitely helpful. So there's the link, guys, for everybody.
I do a lot of that too. Where like I'll have very discombobulated thoughts, and I'll throw it into ChatGPT, and I'll say, okay, listen, can you just organize my thoughts in a way that makes sense to people? And if I'm trying to decide something, right, like which song that I've created should I put with my next video, I'll throw that out to my channel members, and I'll say, hey, look, here's a couple options. Like, tell me what you like the best. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Interactive with the members. And I've been playing around online with Canva and a couple other things, kind of make some new intros and outros, and add the new logos to the outro. So look for that. But when I do finalize it and I get it in 4K, I do have to pay for it. So I'm kind of playing around with it, low res, and then I'll figure out. Maybe I'll have a vote on which one to go with the members. And the 5 new members tonight.
And you know what's great about getting new members on a live stream is they all get emails that they just became a member to your channel, and so they're gonna click and they're gonna go, oh shit, Paul's live, and they're gonna end up in your chat.
Yep, that's good. That's why I usually do gifted memberships on other channels, as opposed to super chats and such, because I look at memberships as the consecutive way of supporting someone, and it's steady, whether it's $2 or $5 or $60. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a steady support of a channel, and when you I always get reminders. And so you have an opportunity of renewing. And so you can look at that and go, you know what? I've been enjoying that person's videos or this person's live streams. And yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll re-up that $2 or $4 or whatever it is, and gives them an opportunity to kind of show their appreciation. And I know we all appreciate it when people support our channels. So thanks again, Paul.
Yeah, no, absolutely, brother. Paying it forward, man.
Yeah, I think you do that every time I do it. You end up on my stream or somewhere in my chat, and you end up doing it back to me. It's like I can't get ahead with you. You just keep doing it right back at me. But
Yeah, we're
anyway,
just helping each other out.
yeah. Hey, Walter, take care and good to see you. We'll talk. I'll talk to you this week. See how you're doing. I don't really have much more. I am working on the freeze dry video. I started with something simple. It's lemon slices, and then the next one is going to be pulled pork. I've still got to smoke the pork, but then I'm going to freeze dry the pork too. So look for the lemon. It's got 8 more hours. I just checked it. Freeze drying. I'm going to test it before I go to bed, and if the moisture is not all gone, I'll have to start, continue that till the morning. But that video should be done Monday or Tuesday, just to show you the basic how it basically works. So look for that. It's kind of all I've got going on. And this Saturday for those of you, especially in Texas, is Texas QSO Party. I love Texas QSO Party because I get to practice with the antennas that I like to use and deal with the most, which is NVIS and near vertical incident skywave antennas. So I like to try the various ones I have and see which ones work best. So check out the Texas State QSO Party this weekend. And you got a lot of YouTubers in Texas, Mike and Jason. You got Frank and Robert and Elle and Michael, and there's so many of us. I thought about mentioning to Jason, I've been chatting with him in the back channels to see if we wanted to go to a park for the day on Saturday. We may or may not, but we'll let you know. But I thought about doing like a YouTubers QSO party and get as many YouTubers that want to participate on the air. And, I don't know, a 2-hour, 8-hour, I don't know what kind of an event.
I was thinking that
and
would be a great stream all in itself right there, Paul, is if we could just all
yeah,
get together as YouTubers and then
like
talk about like
multi-stream.
Oh, yeah.
our favorite antenna. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all we talk about is our favorite antenna. And then we all get to just rag on each other about our antennas.
We could do a wheel spin multi-stream YouTuber extravaganza.
Oh no. We'll never get anything done that way.
No, I just think it's fun. It would be fun to see who we could contact, and you never know what kind of friendships you're going to build, right? Of interacting with other people. So it's a good thing. Just like ham fairs are a good thing. That's where I've met quite a few. I met Paul at Huntsville, and I left early, so unfortunately I didn't really get to say goodbye. But I met Carlos and quite a few others. FEP Labs, Big Jim, and quite a few other guys. So pretty cool. Lester, congratulations, man. Nice. Very good. That's a big deal, man.
Good job, Lester.
Yeah, you have no limit now. Sean, is there a benefit to using a dehydrator a bit before placing in the freeze dryer?
Going back.
Not really, in my opinion. I don't know all the technical stats of it.
Can you do it? Yes. Should you do it? Probably not.
It could
No.
reduce. It's going to reduce the moisture in it, but you're heating it up as well in a dehydrator, and in a freeze dryer, it's got to freeze first. So probably not. I think the best thing to increase or decrease the time and increase your freeze drying experience would be to, like I did, I bought a little, it's probably almost like a 2x2 chest freezer. That's big enough for me to fit my trays in and just pre-freeze the food that you're going to freeze dry. Because the freezing cycle took 9 hours just to freeze it all when it was unfrozen. And then it's up to 24 hours of drying, removing the moisture. But I'm going to film that tomorrow morning. I'll show you all the frozen icicles on the side of the tank, which is basically all the moisture from the lemons. Anyway, so that's all I got going this week. Texas QSO party this Saturday. You guys have anything you want to mention or say, or anything going on? I know before,
Well, I mean,
when Paul would come on and Ziggy would come on, there was a few times we go 3 or 4 hours, but I just don't go that
I'm
late
trying
anymore.
to be good. I'm trying
If
to
I
be good. I
started
got
early,
to plug my products, so I got to be good tonight.
No, I would love to go late, man, but I just, I've conditioned myself to go to bed earlier, and my wife likes to go to bed at the same time, and so that's kind of our thing, is to watch some kind of a sitcom or something before we go to bed. But
yeah, I'll tell you what, Paul. As far as my channel, I've got I got a decent amount of subscribers, but the one thing,
hi Ziggy.
I'm fixing a Ziggy. I'm doing 2 hands here, but I'm not getting the hours that I need right now. So this is as of September 9th, I believe. Right now, I'm actually going about 2,600 hours over the past year. So I need to be at least 3,000 or more. Maybe even 4,000 would be great. So if y'all give my channel some watch time, I would love that. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm 22 away from my 4,000 subscriber goal. So, but
that's a big step. The 4,000 hour viewed hours is a really tough one to get, because
so
it's in a rolling
shorts,
365
Michael.
days. Shorts is a good way, yeah.
Well,
Shorts.
and shorts can vary. I've had shorts go 20 views and then dies, and then I've had others go 2,700 views. And it's kind of disappointing when you do a lot of work on though. But I may do some more shorts. But
I think he
really
meant denim.
need the view hours.
He meant denim shorts, like short shorts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some booty shorts
in your thumbnail.
Some shorts.
Shorts. But yeah, I just really need the view hours. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and in the beginning I was getting tons of view hours, but no subscribers, and now I'm just kind of the opposite right now. Yeah, live streams are interesting, Sean. Live streams are interesting. From what I understand, is it doesn't count on your view hours, but if you rewatch it again later, it does count.
So here's what happens, because when I was on Coffee and Ham Radios, we figured this out, because it was not what I thought. Live stream viewed time counts once it posts in the full video. Once it's up, then the live stream, what's been viewed tonight, counts towards your hours.
Okay.
And I thought
your concurrent viewers adds to your viewership hours.
Yeah.
So if I can get all 4,000 potential subscribers to view just 1 hour, I'd be there.
Well, Chris got it right here, man. I'm telling you.
Shorts would sell for sure.
Yeah,
all right, man.
If there's a market for feet, there's got to be a market for that.
A fat man and
45 there. You just gave 45 night worth, Chris.
Fat man and booty shorts. That's what we need.
This is hilarious.
So just to give you an example in context there, Michael, right? So I took some snippets from my live stream on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I posted today, within the first hour, had over 1,000 views.
Right.
And
it works like that sometimes, but other times it's just dead.
And that's where you just got to keep rolling those shorts. If you're putting 2 long form videos a week out, but you're putting a short every day, those shorts, the views will add up a lot faster than your long form.
Right.
And they probably drive views to the long videos.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Just need the hours. I mean, I've been doing this for quite a while. The channel is getting out live. QR codes right here. If you want to click on it, and they get you straight through the channel. But love to have you all on board.
we get anything else on your screen, Michael, we're just going to see your two eyeballs.
Well, at least I took out the second line that was over here. Remember,
Yeah.
I was Mr. Wilson last week.
Yeah, that was too much. All right. Well, remember, guys, go check out Ziggy's choke on a stick. I mean, doesn't everybody want to own a choke on a stick? Let me switch you guys. There you go.
Is that better than a stick on my choke?
There are worse things to choke on.
Oh my god. There's a link for you guys.
There you go. There's his link. I don't think if I put it up, it does any good, right?
No, it doesn't put it up there. But save that to your ham radio hardware. I have a folder of stuff I want to buy, and that's on my list. Well, there you go. Get a dog. I'm going to borrow one of Paul's dogs. Get a dog, Michael. Dogs can increase viewership by 20%. There you go.
Dogs are shorts. I'm telling you. Add a next to your Explorer, kind of arch your back a little bit.
Some shorts and a dog, and you won't need to say anything on.
Yeah. Put that on your.
What about shorts on the dog?
Oh man, that's a home run, isn't it?
I guarantee you'll get a certain specific clientele. I don't know what kind, but you're going to get someone. You might not like it. All right.
Oh,
well,
man.
here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to see if this video is going to work. And I was going to do it in the beginning so that because I know YouTube's going to tell me something or who knows. So I wanted to be able to take it out if I needed to. Go back and watch the Grouch and NH, New Hampshire's channel, Friday night stream. I don't remember the title. Do you remember the title of it?
We need to talk.
Okay. Go back and watch that
That's
stream
pretty easy.
And that discussion. And you know, it's been crazy for me. We talked a little bit about it. I taught the lesson today in my men's group at church. And I started off with that kind of like, how is everyone doing it? What did they see? What have you seen? Just a variety of questions. But I mentioned how my first reaction was anger, and not even so much. I mean, it is who it is, but it's more than that. It was the fact that it happened at all. So
It's twofold. One, it's the fact that it happened.
Yeah.
And then two, it's the reaction.
Yeah. And
to what
reactions. Yeah. So I came across this video. I try to keep things positive. I have a personal Facebook besides my Prep Ham Paul. I don't really use Facebook. I try to focus literally everything positive on my channel. A lot of it is religious. If you're not a religious person, then that's but it's usually like a video, an uplifting video or a music video or something like that.
You don't have to be religious to have faith.
Yeah, it's I don't like the negative. So I came across this video.
That's a good point, and you can have conviction without religion as well.
Yeah, you don't need religion. Yeah. But a lot of my posts are posted by religions. This, actual organized religions. Some are individuals, some are religions, some are I don't pick and choose like specific anything. Anything that moves me or inspires me, I post it. Oh, look, he's packaging it already. So this is a video I came across, and if you guys know now, I guess Taboo. I don't remember if that was his name on the Black Eyed Peas or not. The Native American. A few years ago, he put out a video, and I came across this, and I want y'all to. If you don't listen to it, not a big deal. But this is ultimately how I feel now that I've worked through the anger and some of the other things. So I just want to play this at the end. But before that, I want to thank everybody for their support. It's awesome. I love the community. It was really my goal was what we have right here. If you go back and look at my first videos, it was just me. That wasn't my goal, was to put my mug on the video and stream all my, whatever I know. It was to try to create a community that can come and go, just like Paul joined us later, Ziggy. It doesn't matter. You got, you want to join. I want you to join and let's talk about things. So, which is what I like about Paul's streams too. A lot of times he'll do that as well. He brings his brothers of military brothers in, and they talk, and I enjoy watching them and learning from their experiences. So thanks again, everyone. If you all want to say goodbye, I'm going to play the video, and it's 3 hours or so, or 3 hours, 3 minutes or so. And then I'll do the outro, which will mute your mics automatically, but I might have to mute the mics during the video. And if it's choppy like it was when I started, I'm trying Firefox. I'll cut it, and maybe I'll post the name of it. It's Taboo, called One World, and he's the Native American guy from Black Eyed Peas. So thanks again, everybody. I'm going to switch to the screen and go to just me. So you guys want to say your goodbyes? Now's the time.
Bye, y'all. Take care. Be safe.
All right, thanks everybody.
Send it.